Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the brands that I want to try in 2025. So I also want to talk a little bit about what I want for my channel, how I want to grow, and get some input from my audience on what you would like to see this year. But I thought this would be a fun thing to talk about some of the brands that I wanted to try last year. Did I try them? And what brands that I'm really interested in trying more from this next year. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup. And I really like sparkly indie makeup and high-end and luxury makeup, and I tend to be pretty analytical in my content. I try really hard just to make thoughtful analytical videos, and I have new content every week, so I'd really love to have you subscribe. So before I begin, I do want to say happy 2025. It's been off to a weird start, and I have been very busy at work and very tired, so I do apologize that I haven't had a video in like 10 days when this is going up. It's been like 7 days since as I'm filming it, but you know, it's gonna take a couple of days to get this ready. I normally have at least one video a week, often 2 to 3. And so not having as many lately has kind of stressed me out, but with the holidays, I really wanted to just take a step back and relax and enjoy them and spend some time resting and being with my chosen family and stuff. And I think it was a good decision, even if I made significantly less videos. Last year, I did a video every day, like not even just through Christmas, like throughout the whole month I think I did like 29 videos in December last year. And this year I did like, I don't know, 8. So it was a big difference, but I am proud of what I did this month, and I'm happy to have, you know, taken a little bit of step back and not tried to like kill myself making as many videos. But there are some things that I wanted to do in December that are coming, specific product reviews and other things coming that I just haven't had the energy for. This year started pretty well, but it's just been busier at work than normal for this time of year. Normally this is kind of our slow time of year, like December through January for my current job, and some changes at work and some stuff, so it's just been a lot. And then I've been trying really hard to focus on rest and take care of myself and not let my long COVID and my fatigue get the better of me. And then we've been going to Barry's boot camp, which I'm wearing my Barry sweatshirt because it's one of the most comfortable sweatshirts I own. We've been doing that 3 days a week, like Wednesday or Thursday, like Tuesday or Wednesday night, and Saturday and Sunday mornings. And so like that takes at least one evening out of the week that I can try to film, plus therapy another night. Like it's just, you know, life is getting in the way, but life is more important. So I hope everyone is having a good January, a good New Year, a good reset, and taking care of themselves. And then also, if you are interested in the makeup I am wearing, I will have it all in the description box like normal. Today at work, I just did the brow pomade from Surratt, and then I did a mixture of the Mario Liquid Bronzer and the Auric Glow Lust and Pyrite, because it's a little lighter than my skin tone, but I really like the undertone of it and like the look on the skin. So I just mixed those two together and put that all over my face, and that was it. And then when I got home, I added a little bit of some stuff from Salt New York. So Salt sent me PR. I've tried them in the past. I had some stuff. It expired, but I still have some of the stuff from when I bought things a couple years ago. But they sent me a replacement Sneaky Balm in shade 9, which I had fully panned before. The concealer to match. I got to pick what I got. And then I picked out like contour, bronzer, blush, highlight. I am wearing the contour a little bit in a few places, still trying to decide. I like the tone. I'm just seeing how they wear on me. And then 2 of the new Mood Lighting like blush highlighter products. They did ask if I wanted all 3, but I picked medium and deep. And I am wearing both of them today as my blush and highlighter and on my lips. Really liking this so far, especially on the lips. It looks really nice. So I will have more thoughts on these once I've had them a little bit longer, but I've had them for about 5 days. And I just added a little bit of the concealer under my eyes and a little bit where I had some redness like in a couple spots. And then I put a little bit of the blush lighter on, and I think my skin looks really good. And then I powdered, of course. Okay, so before I start going into the list of brands, I do want to say I won't probably try all of these. I've kept a running list like this. I don't know if I've done this video before, but I've kept a running list like this in the past of brands that I want to try. I kind of always have it in the top of my, I have a note app on my computer right here that has like video ideas, and I cross them off as I do them. And then at the top it has brands I want to try, and I've added stuff, I remove things. Some of these I did try this last year, so like I put Kulfi on here last year, and I did get some PR from Kulfi, so I did finally get to try them. Suku was on here, and I tried them last year, so I did try some of the ones from last year. But I also want to talk about, like, just because I'm saying I want to try all these doesn't mean I necessarily will, because you can't try everything. Even having a channel like this, there's no way to try everything. Even everything that I want to buy, I just physically, I can't buy it all. I can't afford it all. There's not enough storage. There's not enough time. I want to be realistic in what I consume makeup wise, and I always have been. I try to keep a very strict budget in what I buy. Now that I make a little bit of affiliate money and money from YouTube AdSense, I can buy a little bit more or some more expensive things, but I try to be very discerning and very meaningful and purposeful in what I buy. I always have been with this channel, and I always try to be upfront about that. And I think I do a pretty good job about not buying things that don't speak to me or that don't feel meaningful to me. So as I move forward and talk about these brands, I'll talk about why I want to try them or try more from them, but also keeping in mind that, like, I have to be very strategic and mindful in what I buy, because I don't want to waste money and resources and throw things away just because I'm never going to be one of those people that goes and buys every shade of a blush and then returns half of them or something. And I think that ties into, I see a lot of people talking about buying less this coming year, or going on no buys or low buys, or being more mindful in their consumption of makeup. And it's something I've always tried to have as part of my channel and part of my approach to makeup, partly just based on resources, but partly the way I approach things in general. But I am seeing a trend in that, and I'm very grateful that other people are also talking about that. And then, you know, there's people like Tom and Cam whose whole channels are about that. So I'm going to talk quickly about some of the brands that were on here last year and if I tried them or not. So the first one I have on here is Hourglass. So I've tried a few things from Hourglass. I actually have I have a couple of their face palettes, and then I have this powder, which, if you saw some of my recent videos, I have a large pan in here. I really like this powder. I use this pretty much every day, but I would like to try more. I really want to try their potted eyeshadows, the Scattered Lights. There's a few of those shades. There's like 3 shades from that I really want to try, and I'd like to try just more from them because I really like the products that I have tried. And so that was on there last year because I'd only tried the face palettes, and the only new thing I tried from Hourglass this year was, I've tried their primer. I like the primer. The only new thing I tried was that powder, and I really like that. So I'm keeping them on here as something I would like to try more of, but it's not like I'm going to do a whole brand review. I have done brand reviews in the past, but that would be a very expensive one. So we'll see, but I would like to try more from them. There are select products that like really speak to me. The next one on the list that has been on there for a couple years is Tom Ford. I still haven't tried that much from Tom Ford. I have 3 Tom Ford quads. I bought 2 of them. One of them I bought about a year ago. It was like early 2024. One I had from before that, like the end of the previous year. And then I got another one from Cam as a declutter. It went from Hope Mess Tom to Cam Cloverum to me. So I have those, and they're coming out with like an olive smoke one that I will probably get when it comes out. And I've heard really good things about their lipsticks and their foundation and their bronzer and all of that. So I would like to try some more from them. But again, it has to be the right thing. I don't want to buy a bronzer just to try a bronzer. It has to be like a specific undertone or a formula or something to replace something I already have. So that is a brand that's kind of there as like, I'm always kind of looking to see what they're doing. Like I said, Kulfi, I hadn't tried anything from them, and I now have one of their eyeliners, one of their lip stains, and a couple of their cream eyeshadows. Really like all of those so far. Still getting to know the eyeliner but really like the eyeshadow so far, really like the lip stain. I've had the lip stain for a while. Would like to try more from them. I've heard good things about the concealer. I don't need a new concealer at the moment, and I just bought some of the Lisa Eldridge spot concealer ones, but because I generally just spot conceal, so they seem perfect for me. But you know, we'll see. I would like to try more from Kulfi, either from PR or just buying it myself. I've heard good things about the lipsticks and the blushes, so those have always been on my radar. Makeup Forever, the only things I've tried from Makeup Forever are their pencils. I have 3, I think. I have Endless Cacao, Anywhere Caffeine, and maybe one other one of the pencils, and I would like to try more from them. I've been very intrigued by those all-in-one face palettes that have like blush, contour, concealer, like everything. Just haven't pulled the trigger and gotten one of those. Merit is on here. I know Tom just did a sponsored video with Merit in the last couple months, and they ended up revisiting some stuff and trying new things. I'm very intrigued by a lot of Merit. I have one lipstick from them, 1990. Love that lipstick. So I would like to try more. It just hasn't come up. And then I had Suku on here. I did try Suku. I have a bunch of their blushes, a few of their lips, and 5 of their quads now. Really love Suku. So I can successfully say I've tried them. There's definitely more I would like to try, but it's happened. And then I had Rowan. I have not tried them yet, and mostly the quads are what I wanted to try from them. And then I had Shall We makeup and Unearthly makeup, or Unearthly Cosmetics, and a couple other ones here that I will talk about more. I still really want to try Shall We. They have, I think, 1 or 2 palettes that I really want to try. I will insert a picture here of one of them. Really beautiful, very much my kind of colors. Would love to try it, just haven't yet. And there's been a couple other things from them that have been intriguing. I know my friend Steven has tried stuff from them and really likes it. And then like some of my other friends, like Nupur on Instagram, has done a lot of swatch content for them and really enjoys them. And then Unearthly, I do want to try more from them. I did finally try them this year though. I got Sorceress Smoke finally and love it. It's one of my favorite things I tried in 2024. And I recently did a pre-order for Just a Taste because I wanted to buy it, thought about it for a month, went to go buy it, and they were having a sale and I was like, yay, and then it sold out. But they did a pre-order, so I still got it on sale, and that should be here in like March, which is just a ways off, but like I'm willing to wait. I'm not one of those people that hates pre-orders because I lose interest because it's not new. I will still happily use it. I got Sorceress Smoke. That one took a month to get to me, and it also was like a year after it came out, and I still love it. And then they just started a pre-order for another like 9-pan palette that I really want to get, but I've spent enough this month, so I don't know if I will, but I would like to try more. Okay, so the other ones that I have added at the end of last year and early, I think these were ended at the end of last year, like knew I wasn't going to try them in 2024, so let's add them to the list for 2025. So the first one is Titanium Foxes. I have heard nothing but good things about them. They are a French indie brand, they look beautiful, and I probably will be buying their newest palette soon. I don't know if it's in my budget for January because I did buy a handful of things that you'll be seeing over the coming weeks, including like a couple of the new MAC lipsticks and those Lisa Eldridge concealers, which I spent like $100 on because I got a few shades. But I really want their new, I think it's Grackle Chat palette. Really want that. I really like the look of the first 2 palettes they did. But this one specifically, I was like, that is a perfect palette for me. I want it, I need it. But I didn't buy it for the holidays because I was done spending for the year. And I was like, I'm gonna get it in January. And now I've already basically spent enough for January. So in the next month or 2, I will probably be buying that. So let me know if you're interested in my thoughts on Titanium Foxes. It looks beautiful. I know Ivy, my friend, Better Than Basic Ivy, really loves it and has gotten some of their PR, some of it in PR. So that is top of my list, like priority of like new things to try, the new Titanium Foxes palette. And then going back to the other list, I still want to try those Rowan quads, especially the older ones, like 11, I think it's 1111, and there's another one. I've heard they crease and they're kind of expensive, and I don't mind a creasy lived-in look, but it's one of those things where I will have to be in my budget for that month and I think be on sale for me to try it. So that just hasn't happened yet, but if that does, I feel like I will get at least one of those quads. I also have Mob Beauty as a priority for this year. I have wanted to try Mob Beauty for about a year now. And then last year, my friend Erin bought some stuff from them, and they accidentally got a duplicate shadow. So one of their cream clay shadows, the taupe color, they got 2 of them. So they did send that to me. I was worried because a lot of their products, a lot of their cream products have avocado oil in them, and I'm allergic to avocado. So I've pretty much avoided anything with avocado oil in the past, especially because I did try, I think it was like an elf lip oil or lip gloss. It was a lip gloss from Elf that had avocado oil in it, and my lips hated that. My face has kind of hated every elf product. Wow, it's been a long week and it's only Wednesday. Every elf product I've tried, I've had like a weird reaction to, but that specifically like made my lips chapped and weird, so I've been kind of hesitant. But then tried a couple things on my face and they were fine. I have an itch. And I tried when we were in London this summer the Victoria Beckham primer, which has avocado oil in it, on the back of my hand. Didn't have a reaction, so I tried it on my face, didn't have a reaction, and then I bought it. And I've had it for 2 months now, no reactions. I've tried the cream clay a few times on my eyes, no reactions. The problem is they say they set down, and for me and my oily eyelids, they don't seem to. So people are like, if you want extra longevity, powder them. Powdering doesn't work. It doesn't even just crease, it like fully melted off my eyes. But I haven't tried it once so far with the NARS eyeshadow base underneath it as that like barrier between my eyelid oil and skin and the product, and it did work. I put that down, put the cream clay down, and then I put like a satin from Pat McGrath. I might have a clip to insert. I wore it to work like last week, and it lasted all day, no issues. So now that I've done that once, I'm gonna try it a couple more times to make sure that they will last on my eyes, and then I definitely wanna buy some stuff from Mob. I want the Southern Goth palette, like the whole thing. I really want the new blood red lipstick that None Other Hannah did. The lip liners look really nice. The lipsticks that, the newer lipstick that Courtney Quarantine did looked really beautiful. And the browns in Courtney Quarantine's new grunge core collection look really pretty. I don't think I'll get the reds because I just don't wear red eyeshadow, but the 2 browns in that look really beautiful. So, and I really like that they have their little lab and they're inviting like content creator makeup artists, mostly makeup artists, in to create these things, and they're doing a lot of community things. I think it's just a really cool brand, so definitely want to try some more from Mob Beauty this year. The next one I have on my list is I have Lancome and Chanel. So Lancome has been on my list for a while. Lisa Aldridge is the creative director. I've heard good things. They're one of those like legacy brands that like people really love their foundation and concealer in some of their products, and a couple of my friends have a couple of their smaller eyeshadow palettes. There's one that's kind of like olivey looking that I really want. That's the one I want to try the first. But I've just heard good things, and I also have memories of being like a kid, going with my mom to Nordstrom here in Seattle, because I lived here when I was a kid as well, before escaping after high school and then coming back for my grad school. But I remember going to like Macy's, well, it was the Bon Marché at the time, I think. And then it was the Bon Macy's. And Nordstrom and some of those department stores, and like seeing the makeup counters, and Lancome was always one that just kind of intrigued me a little bit. So they're on my like radar of just like those higher end brands that have been around forever that I really want to try. The other one of those is Chanel. I have one of their Balm Essentials, so they're like balmy highlighters. It's the sparkly like mermaid one, which I like, but it's not like an everyday product for me, so I'd really like to try more. I've heard really good things. Some of my friends like Mickey Carr Beauty, All Feisty, Jennifer, love Chanel. Jennifer was a Chanel makeup artist in the past, so like I hear friends talk about them, and I've swatched some things, so I want to try some Chanel this year, or at least in the next couple of years. I'd like to try some Chanel. So if you have suggestions of products, let me know. And then the last couple of products I have here, or brands, I have Addiction Tokyo. I've wanted to try them for about a year as well, and they look really great. They look pretty similar to Suku and Surratt in formulas and like approach to makeup, but a little bit cheaper. So it is definitely something that I have my eyes on. And it's been a couple times where I built like a $150 cart on their website and was like, nope, no, step back, you don't need this right now. So Addiction Tokyo, definitely on my list. Singe Beauty, Angelica Nyquist brand, I've wanted to try their brushes since they launched. Not all of them, a couple of them are shapes I don't think I would enjoy, but a couple of them are shapes that I think I would really like, and I know she's very picky about her brushes. I don't think we have the same taste in brushes, but I'm still interested to see how they work, because they are a synthetic brush, but I think they're supposed to mimic natural hair, and I just like to see how they perform. Some of my friends, like Amanda, Makeup Just for Fun, raves about them, but they're also friends. But I don't think that would bias her too much. But like, you know, I see people talk about them. They look well received, so I'd like to try a couple of those. And their new palette, their first ever palette, just came out at the end of last year, and it looks beautiful. And it was really hard not to buy it, but I was like, I don't need it. I have a bunch of other stuff that's come in. I have Christmas coming up. I don't know what I'll get, so like I held off, but the Galactic Visitor palette is definitely on my radar. And then the last like indie brand that I really want to try is Bella Beauté Par. I don't love how big their palettes are, but I've heard nothing but good things about them, especially from Ivy and Tom. The one thing from Bella Beauté Par that I really want to try is the Poison Garden palette, which, you know, wouldn't make sense to like get for just a review now, because I'm sure people wouldn't really watch it. It's older, but that color story specifically, like really, really screams Colin. Like those are all shades I really love and wear all the time. Formulas look beautiful. Just really want to try it. It's bigger than I really like. I think it's a big palette. I don't tend to like big palettes. So it's like big and expensive, which is what's held me back, but it is definitely on my list. And if they come out with some other color stories like that, I feel like I would, you know, bite the bullet and just buy one finally if it's like within my budget and the right color story. But I'm not going to buy something from a brand just to try it. It has to be the right thing for me. Like why it was Sorcerer's Smoke was the first thing I tried from Unearthly, and it took me a year to buy it. And then the last two brands that I have on my list, which we'll see if this happens, are Hermes and Gucci. So I have some Hermes. I have one quad from them, and I have 5 of their lipsticks now. Yeah, I have 5 Hermes lipsticks. One I bought over a year ago. Then I got the new ones that came out, the fall collection. That was 3. And then my husband bought me another one for Christmas. It is really pretty. I've not worn it on camera, but it is really pretty. So I've swatched stuff at Nordstrom a few times, and I would like to try more. It's just very expensive. Like that quad was, I think, $110, and that's the most I've spent on a quad. So it's an investment, and it has to be the right thing to get, but they are definitely like on my radar. You know, I think the quad I got for fall was like the perfect way to start for me. And then Gucci, they have really interesting undertones, and so they're one of those brands where like, especially their lipsticks just look really interesting. I do have a Gucci lip, but it's, I got it as a gift from Cam, but there's more I would like to try, and especially their lipsticks. Hi, Bean. She's been in, we got rid of the Christmas tree, obviously, and put the snake plant over there. She keeps investigating. But they're like, I know a lot of people like their light bronzer because it's a cool tone bronzer. I don't need that. I'm not a fair skin tone, but I feel like they do undertones interestingly, and so they're kind of always on my radar of like, is that something? Like I almost bought blushes a couple times. When those launched, I've almost bought a few lipsticks from them, so they're on my radar. Okay, so this was a little more rambly and a little longer than I expected it to be. I thought this was going to be like 20 minutes of filming, but happy I did this. Let me know in the comments I would like to know what brands you're interested in trying, if you are interested in trying any new brands this year. I mean, if you're not a content creator, you don't really have to try new brands if you don't want to, but I'd also like to know if you have tried any of the brands I mentioned, what are your favorite products from them? Because I really enjoy recommendations from people and like using that to kind of narrow my scope when looking at things. Also, if there's things that y'all are really interested in me trying, let me know, because if a bunch of people really want me to try something, I can definitely do that and review it. So let me know. I'd love to talk to y'all and see what your opinions are in the comments. Yeah, I hope like I said at the beginning of the video, I hope everyone's having a great start of the year, a nice relaxing reset for 2025, especially with all of the chaos and stress that is going on in the world. So I hope you are all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I will see you all in my next video.